Hey everyone out there in YouTube land. Yes, I said YouTube land. Sue me. Make fun of me, do whatever, but I don't really fucking care. Because I took a good little nap. uh, it is 5:22 and I just woke up. Well, I didn't just wake up. I've been up for like 2 hours. But within those 2 hours, I've been playing this. Uh, I started playing it the night I got it, which was in that uh, Amazon packaging I did. It took several hours for it to install. Well, an hour and 35 minutes. But damn, it was worth the installation because I had a blast playing this. Um, I played the good path first, so I'm gonna do the evil path at some point. But here's the thing: the good path does have its rewards. Reason one, number one, free roam. Oh, yes, there is free roam in this game, but you gotta beat the game on good mode in order to do it. I'm not sure about bad mode, but I heard good mode only unlocks uh, free roam mode. So I'm gonna check out the free roam a little bit more after I've had a much bigger nap going on. Um, a good sense of sleep because I want to be fully awake when I play the free roam because I've got all the weapons unlocked. I used cheat codes, yes. It's a postal game. Use the cheats. How dare you if you don't use the cheats? The cheats make it more fun. And I've got to say this. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. People saying this is a bad game. Obviously, they they've been playing it through either the Steam engine, like you do need Steam in order to install the thing, which sucks. I'm not a big fan of Steam installation things, unless of course it's Half-Life. Then so be it. Half-Life is Half-Life, after all. Damn great game. Half-Life is better than this, but damn it, this is a fun game. Ugh, I loved it. Uh, is it as good as Postal 2? No. Is it as good as Postal 1? Mm, it's about on par with Postal 1. Not as good as Postal 2, but on par with Postal 1. And I don't see why, if you play all the way through this on good mode, you get a reward. But if by some chance you fuck up, which you fuck up a lot in this game if you're gonna play it on good mode, because this was harder than hell but fun as hell at the same time. Uh, and people saying that the gameplay was monotonous and linear. If you want linear, play Silent Hill Homecoming. That's a pretty linear game. Uh, I felt like I was playing a level-based version of Silent Hill with that one. And that's sad, because I like Silent Hill Homecoming. And I'm not even finished with that, because that one's just way too tough. I'm playing it on easy and it's still kicking my ass. But enough about Silent Hill Homecoming, which is a really good game. Doesn't get a lot of credit, but it is a good game. We're talking about Postal 3, the worst game ever, as people say. Don't be fooled by what other people say. You have your own opinion. And I have my opinion too. I liked it. I thought it was definitely worth the purchase I made. And I love getting physical copies of things. So, love it. Is it worth $37? Plus tax, it came out to be $40, $41 to be exact. I know some people out there are going to be like, holy shit, you paid that much for this when you can get it on Steam for $20? Yeah. It was my birthday money. I spent it how I wanted to spend it. So I bought this, and since I already used it, might as well show off the activation key. Like I said, I used cheats, so the cheat codes are right there. Right there. People talked about how there were crashes all throughout this game. I didn't get crashes until today when I played it. But it only crashed on me twice. And it wasn't a big deal. Like, I just had a backup file, so it didn't really bother me none. The thing about the crashes is within the times that you've saved the game. Like, I'll tell you where the crashes happen. It happened to me once when I was first playing it, when on the first day I got it, but it wasn't a big deal. The first crash will happen on the first good mission, like during the police training mission, where you're arresting the hobos. It will happen after you save, not right after you save, but after you've turned off the game, then reloaded the file. The crash will repeatedly happen. It will be on extensive loop. So what you'll want to do is before it loops, before it gets another chance to loop, press the escape key, of course, for the pause button. The default for the pause button. You will want to have a backup file. So save just before the hallway part, because that's where I saved and it started glitching out on me, whatever you want to call it. It only crashed once, and I did not want it to crash again. So what I did, I immediately, thank goodness I had a save right before the hallway scene, and I was like, oh, do not crash again, do not crash again. Oh, please don't crash again, because I want to get my money out of this thing. Yes! You didn't crash. Ooh, ooh, I love that. I love when a game doesn't crash on me a second time. Yeah, there were crashes. I've experienced 3. The first time I played it, and yeah, these 2 times weren't really crashes. They were more of just the game froze up on me. I guess if you want to call it a crash, it was, but I don't consider it a crash because the game just froze. But I found a way around that. I saved when it froze on me, so thankfully when I booted it back up, I moved out of the way pretty fast before it could freeze on me, so as I was moving, it was having frame rate drops. So, yeah. I know it might sound like this is a bad game already, but it's not. Like, if you can look past the bad points that there is in this game, you'll find a gem. I will re-review this with the bad path because I'm gonna replay the game again. Uh, but I'm here to talk about the good path, so let's get going. Um, we start off with the Postal dude. He's talking to an unnamed person. We don't know his name. Uh, we don't know anything about him. Uh, and again with Postal dude, that's his name. Even on a gravestone for his father, it says Mr. Dude. So I thought that was pretty funny. Um, and I didn't spoil anything. That's one of the missions. It's the one of the missions at the beginning of the game. Tuesday, I think it is. Anyways, Postal Dude is just talking to this guy. Sounds kind of, I'm not against gay people, so, don't take this the wrong way, but he sounds kind of, hey. And, I'm just like, is that meant to be funny? Because if it is, that's definitely funny because I chuckled at that. And a lot of people say that this had bad humor, like they said it was very unfunny. Either I'm an idiot because I liked the humor in this, or they were lying when they said there was no humor in here. It says edgy, satirical, running with scissors sense of humor. It's not edgy. The second one was edgy. The first one didn't have humor in it, at least from what I could find. I played that game over and over again for the past years since I've had the game. Years since I've installed it on different systems. Yeah, I even installed it on the system I wasn't supposed to be installing it on. Sorry. Just got to put that out there. I am apologizing for putting it on that system. Um, but I've liked, I love all three of these games. It brings a tear to my eye that not a whole lot of people talk about this game in a good spotlight. Uh, Play through the whole game on the good path if you want a longer story. But don't go into a Postal game for the story. Go into it for the fun of it. I had fun playing on the good path. But I'm sure I'll have more fun playing on the bad path. Now to get into why I liked it. The good path first. It starts off dudes talking to this guy, yada yada yada, talking about his experiences within the Week in Paradise mod and the Apocalypse Weekend expansion. Um, so he's talking about that. He's talking about how his wife left him, and oh, how he is so sad. Oh, how it hurt him completely. Ding, 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 ding. There's our first glimpse at humor. Um, so, he talks a little bit about his wife, and I'm just like, oh. I played the second one. It was fun as hell. And I can't wait to own it. I want to own it so badly. But I bought this one first because I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that one special day where everything's gonna be complete because I want to complete the collection. And I'm getting the fudge pack. When I don't know, but I will get the fudge pack. But the frame rate didn't bother me too much because hey, I played so many games with frame rate problems. It doesn't bother me. Not at all. Frame rate's not a problem for me. Now, if the camera just spans out of control and it's just going everywhere, then it's going to be a problem. But anyways, dude starts walking on the bridge, finding his own business, being like, yo, what's up? And then, out of nowhere, a zombie. And I'm like, my first instinct, pull out your damn gun and pop a cap up in his ass. But, he doesn't have a gun. So, it might follow after Apocalypse Weekend, but for some reason he didn't take a gun with him. But, oh, he blew up paradise. And again, you gotta think about it. Is anybody gonna miss paradise? Is anybody gonna miss Paradise, Arizona if you've been to it in Postal 2? Is anybody gonna miss it at all? I sure as hell am not gonna miss it. Okay, it's been about 16 minutes and I haven't gone to the nitty-gritty of this. Postal dude finally makes way off of the bridge. And he's greeted very kindly, oh so sweet, by the cops. They don't take too kindly to a man minding his own business, killing a zombie. Really? A zombie just tore your friend's head off, and you're getting mad at the postal dude for that. So he gets, postal dude picks up some pepper spray, and to an average person, it's, that shit hurts. But to postal dude, he takes out a match, turns it into a flamethrower, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this game is gonna be fun. And boy, did it live up to my expectations. I wasn't expecting too much with this game because of so many of the bad reviews, but I just threw out the window when I started playing it. And I'm just like, this doesn't deserve the crap it gets. It's, yeah, it's not the most well-polished game by any means. No, it's not. But give credit where credit is due. If you grow up loving games for the games, you will enjoy this. So anyways, to get back to what I was saying about the story. Dude rolls into catharsis, which is why I call this game Postal 3 Catharsis. I thought it was only going to take place in Catharsis. No. We go to Mexico. Sorry, I got some Mexican blood in me, so I loved going to Mexico in this game. I thought it was really funny. And that's saved for later. Right now we're talking about the beginning of the game. So far we haven't gotten to a path yet. So what happens is dudes doing some menial tasks to make money. And we meet our first celebrity, Ron Jeremy. Give it up for Ron, the so-called king of porn. Ron Jeremy, he's stayed out of the porn spotlight nowadays. He's been doing low-budget horror films and comedy films and whatnot. So, he he's not a good actor to most, but to me, I think he does alright in the low-budget department. But should he be in high-budget films? No. I mean, he can make a cameo, and he does a good job at it. And so, he plays a porn distributor. He plays a clerk at a porn shop. Not a pawn shop, but a porn shop. And our first task is we have to sweep up snot rags with a vacuum. So we get our first weapon. Other than the grenade and the pepper spray, we get our first real firearm. So we're just picking up all of the snot rags. And after all that's done, in walks hockey moms, or MILFs. And this hockey mom, the lead hockey mom, is meant to look like Sarah Palin in every way possible. And kind of reminds me, with the personality it's got, kind of reminds me a little bit of Sarah Palin. And we get our second set of jokes with Ron Jeremy. The jokes he's given are really damn funny. Of course, they're all sexual, so come on. He's a porn star, so of course the jokes are gonna be sexual with him. So, what happens? We gotta fend off the hockey moms from destroying the whole porn shop, so we gotta throw the snot wads at the faces to make the hockey moms puke. I put in the cheat code to get guns. I just started just laying them all out with bullets. And I saved Ron's life. He had full health. God bless America. And what happens next? Ron's like, well, since those ladies scared off all of our customers, I currently can't pay you, but you can have that little nifty gift you got there. So, be on your way now. So, we don't get paid, and we need money for gas. And so we keep on doing job after job, essentially. Our second job, collect HIV-infected kitties. Collect HIV-infected kittens. What? At first I'm like, what the fuck? But then after playing the mission, it's pretty damn humorous. I enjoyed doing the mission. I gotta admit it was kind of tough the first time playing. But getting the hang of the controls, everybody kept on talking about how bad the controls were. If they were hard, You could have changed them. There's a little thing called controller configuration. Just go into the menu, drop down all of the controls. If you don't like the way that button function is doing, change it. And here was one complaint I had with the controls at first. There was no action button put in. When it said press action button, there was no input for it. So I put the action button, the input for that, I put it as V. So, yeah. V is my action button. Anyways, so I pick up the cats with the V button after I've sprayed them with catnip spray. My mom said that catnip is supposed to make a kitty horny. Why does it make them all dazed and confused? Not the movie. The movie is really good though. I do like Dazed and Confused. Like they've got stars, circles going around their heads, and they've got exclamation marks, and you go and pick them up and put them in your jacket. And you have to pick up 15 damn kittens. In reality, that wouldn't fly because there's no way in hell you'd be able to fit that many kittens inside a jacket that, especially a jacket Postal dude is wearing. See, look at that jacket. Do you really think he'd be able to put 15 kittens in that thing? He even makes a joke that says, damn, I wonder how many kittens this jacket can hold. And Postal dude's jokes, some of them are funny, some of them not so much. But when you play the good path, it unlocks more jokes. Like within the cutscenes. And they're pretty funny. It might be the humor that I was raised on, or it could just be the sadistic humor I like nowadays. But I enjoyed the humor in this game. Now we get into our first big mission for the choices. We can either go with the ecotologists, or we can go with the police force. I chose the police force. Apparently, when you choose the ecotologists, the missions are easier because, yeah, hell, it's causing chaos. But I chose the police force, and so here are some good things. When you choose the police force at the beginning of the game, when the choice pops up, you do not have to verse the giant helicopter. So that's good. Instead, you just have to verse an ecotologist holding a badger for a badger cell. And you earn that weapon. And what happens, you can do this one of two ways. You can either kill him, or you can just knock him out with the taser. I knocked him out with the taser, and I earned the good path. So I get my first mission. Pretty simple, just go around the city arresting perps. What happens is we get an even harder mission. This ended up being the first mission I failed. Like, all the stuff about the first mission, arresting people, I didn't fail that. Uh, Going to Mexico. I enjoyed going to Mexico in the game. I actually felt like I was in Mexico. I actually visited Mexico last year with my dad to visit my grandparents. Uh, I enjoyed going to Mexico in real life too. A lot of good food. Uh, some of the people were friendly, and again, some of them weren't. Uh, but my grandparents just love the living hell out of me. Uh, they enjoy making me all this food, and I'm like, ah, I don't know if I can eat anymore. But anyways, when you go to Mexico in this game, it looks like a desert, which it's Mexico, so what do most people think of Mexico? Lots of sand. And here's why I failed. You're only allowed to let 15 terrorists cross the border. I let about 18 of those terrorists go by because I was trying my best to not kill any of them. Even though you wouldn't get penalized for killing any of them because they're terrorists, I still wanted to arrest all of them. I immediately got kicked off of the police force for doing a bad job, and I had to redo the mission, and I still got a bad score because I accidentally shot some of the police officers. So I got kicked off the force the first time, and I get put in a mission where I think I'm throwing balls over the uh, Mexican border fence. At least that doesn't happen until way later in the game. What ends up happening, I get forced to go with the ecotologist. So in comes bad mission number one. Uh, Defend the ecotologist from the terrorists being disguised as Mexicans. Like, they've got fake mustaches on, and I'm just like... Even though it's not rude and crude humor this time around, like, yeah, it is kind of stereotypical when you stop and think about it, but it's not as bad as the humor in the second game, but it is pretty gnarly if you think about it. Um, Anyways, we get done with that mission, and then we move on to going back to Catharsis. In comes good mission number two when you take down your enemies and by tasering them, you get good points. And I got good mission number two. Protect Uwe Ball. I can do this one of two ways. Protect him or kill him. Be on the side of the nerds who are trying to protect their video game movies. Or go with Uwe Ball, where he's making all the bad video game movies. Even though I do like House of the Dead, most of Uwe Ball's movies I don't really care much for. Yeah, I like House of the Dead, the movie. So what? That doesn't mean I'm a fan of all of his video game movies. Hell, I wasn't a fan of the Postal movie. I didn't think it was all that funny. I mean, Zach Ward played a good Postal dude, but that was about it. Vern Troyer was pretty funny. Dave Foley, for what he had to work with, he was pretty funny. But all of the other characters were like wood, just very, very boring. Nothing to work with. Um, and I didn't need to see Dave Foley's dick. He's a funny man, he really is, but I did not need to see a funny man's dick. So, the movie, not a really big fan of. But the games, I'm a huge fan. I really am. Running with Scissors actually disowned this. They took it off their website and everything. They call this a Postal spinoff. Why? If you go ahead and play it for yourself, Vince Desi, it's actually a pretty fun game. And then we roll in with another mission where we're going back to Mexico. Oh, by the way, I did save Uwe Ball's life, but he treated me like an asshole. He's like, "You destroyed my movie set." Ugh. I'm like, "Really, dude? I just saved your life from a bunch of raging nerds." And I will admit, I am a nerd. I love a lot of video game movies, but I don't like it when they're destroyed. Like, I don't like it when they don't stay true to the core material. Like the Resident Evil movies, I don't like them. I love the Resident Evil games, and I want to remember the original Resident Evil games. I don't like the newer ones. Anyways, we now get to La Farmacia mission. I did a bad job trying to arrest some of the perps in Mexico the second time around. So, I get thrown off the force again for the second time. And I have to do a mission for Uncle Dave where I have to get him Viagra. Spelled with a V-Y this time. And the mission says, don't let Dave's penis down. Collect that Viagra. And I'm just like, like, I had a fun time with this game. It might just be me, but I really enjoyed it. Anyways, we have to throw footballs over the border fence in order to get money. In pops in all of the SWAT team members, and they're trying to kill me. So here I end up not killing any of them. I tase them and knock them out, and I earn enough good points to get thrown back on the force again for the third time. I do good this time around on my third time playing with the good path. And I stay on the good path this time. And I keep on staying on it and staying on it and getting through the missions. But the sad part about it is I haven't met Crotchy in the game. Hopefully I meet him in the bad path. I've watched a walkthrough of the bad path, and I think I meet Crotchy in it, but I have to kill him. So, anyways, I've got to kill Crotchy. Great. I get to kill one of my favorite Postal characters, other than the Postal Dude, of course. Postal Dude is one of my all-time favorite video game characters now. He might be dislikable to some people, but I personally liked him. Then we get to Oh, I forgot this mission. I have to kill gay cowboys in one mission. They're on segways. And their leader is Randy Jones. The village people. The main village people, man. Randy Jones. Oh. You are actually pretty funny, man. I like you. I think you're pretty funny. If you're out there watching this video, I think you're funny, man. And you're not too bad of a singer. Like, if that's you singing in the game, you're not too bad of a singer, man. You deserve props, man. I liked you. And I enjoyed the character of Randy Jones. But, sorry, man, I accidentally killed you in, the mission where I have to get the rhino to get knocked out. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to kill you. I was trying to stay on the good path, so I got kicked off for the 4th time. And then the last couple missions, I stay on the good path. I'm doing all the missions out of order, by the way. So sorry about that. And the final mission, I just got done playing it, like I said. Just got done beating the game. Yay. And playing the final mission, you're going up against Hugo Chavez. Lion! Nah, he's not German. He's Venezuelan. First we deal with Mexicans, then we deal with terrorists pretending to be Mexicans, and then we deal with Venezuelans. They're really going for the different countries this time around, aren't they? And oh, I keep on forgetting some of the missions. There's one mission where we have to deal with the hockey moms and the postal babes. If you're on the good path, they end up helping you. The postal babes help you get rid of the hockey moms and the nerds who are defending this arcade. And one of the games there is the Postal arcade game. If that actually exists, I don't know. But if it does exist, that's gotta be at least a pretty fun quarter eater or whatever. I like arcade games. I grew up on them. Tokens and Tickets, Game World. Sometimes there's arcade games in Kmart's and stuff like that. I don't know if Kmart's have them anymore. It's been forever since I've been to a Kmart. Anyways, after the final mission is all well and good, we get the good ending. We've pretty much killed Mayor Chomo, again played by Ron Jeremy. He plays himself and he plays Mayor Chomo. And we kill Uncle Dave, and we kill Osama bin Laden. Yeah, every time I think of Osama bin Laden, I think of the battle cry that the terrorists do. Anyways, what do I give this game? For the good path, I give it an 8 out of 10. I'll give it a review for the bad path, like I said, and I'll give you a review, like a rating for that. But Jennifer Walcott, I think you did a really good job on this. There's Jennifer Walcott right there. if you're out there watching this, you did a good job too. I really enjoyed the character. Uh, like, the character of yourself. So, anyways, this is Psychopathic1 signing off. Hopefully you all enjoyed my little review of this, slash overview. I did have a problem with the controls at first, but I changed them around a little bit to my liking. I'm surprised that people had a problem with this. The grenade throwing. I didn't have a problem with it at all. Instead of left click being the throw button, it's the right click button. Hold L left mouse button to aim, and then press the right mouse button to throw. It's not that hard, actually. It's really easy. So I don't see why people had a problem with it. And anyways, this is a terrific third-person shooter. Postal 1 was an isometric shooter. Postal 2, first-person shooter. Postal 3, third-person shooter. What will Postal 4 be? Or Postal 3 redone, because apparently Running with Scissors wants to do a real Postal 3. Do we really need 2 Postal 3s? Well, if it's gonna be better, like Vince Desi says, then I look forward to it. I'll get it, but not for $40. Again, I try not to go past $35 when I buy a game. So, anyways, that's my review. I give it an 8 out of 10 for the good path, and I'll give it a review for the bad path. Not anytime soon, because it might take me some more time. But anyways, good replay value for the game. Anyways, I'm out, and peace.